So I was 27 weeks. I remember that day. I went to go take a bath, and when I got out the bathtub, my water broke. I had to have an emergency C-section. They told us that because they were so extremely premature that they were gonna basically get the NICU team to come down here with the incubator, and sure enough, they held up, they said, here's Nolan and here's Nola, 2 minutes apart. And they were whisked away.
They took her, they intubated her immediately so that she could have a secure airway to breathe. And then she was in the NICU for 4 months and 28 days.
Honestly, I was not planning on breastfeeding. I never even thought about it. Her name was Valerie. I'll never forget her. She came down and she explained to me how important breast milk is to NICU babies and their growth, and how extremely crucial these next couple of months with my breast milk is going to be. I felt like I just had to do it.
One of the points that she kept driving was, the benefits of breast milk and how it is crucial for their development in the NICU with their brain development, their vision, and it reduced the risk for SIDS.
I was 24 weeks and 5 days when I had her. She was 1 pound, 9 ounces. Me being a science teacher, I knew that breastfed babies typically have better immunity, so less trips to the doctor, less likely to get ear infections. I have noticed that with her being breastfed, her digestive tract is a little bit more at ease.
I wanted to provide breast milk for my daughter because it reduced her risk of diabetes, obesity, boosted her immune system.
Breast milk is made for the baby. It's custom designed. There's actually a little bit of biofeedback that happens when a baby gets to breast, so that that breast milk is specifically for that baby.
Yeah, some of the benefits for me breastfeeding, I had high blood pressure, so helping regulate blood pressure.
And it also helps with preventing excessive blood loss.
Another reason why I decided to pump is because it would reduce my chances of getting ovarian or breast cancer.
I felt like my baby was able to connect to me in a way I knew that formula wouldn't. In my family, I was the first person to breastfeed. Everyone just automatically went to formula. But her being so little, only being 1 pound, I knew that if I wanted her to grow the way she was meant to grow, that I would have to be able to give her the antibodies and the enzymes. I learned about breast pumps, and I also learned that breast pumps can actually be beneficial while babies are in the NICU or unable to nurse.
I knew already being a birth worker, I'm not gonna be able to breastfeed because her jaw is gonna be set back. She's not gonna be able to latch. Campomilic dysplasia is a type of dwarfism. I knew I still wanted to only give my baby breast milk as long as I could.
She had a diaphragmatic hernia, so she needed surgery as soon as she was born. So that means that I couldn't breastfeed her at all for a while. So I started pumping right after she was born. If you're separated from your baby for any reason that prevents the baby from being able to extract milk from you directly, using the breast pump helps a lot.
I had a great deal of engorgement, and breast pumps can be beneficial to help relieve some of that engorgement, and it can also be beneficial if a mom has some type of infection or anything like that in which she can't nurse.
Breast pumps can be great even if mom just needs to take an extra nap, or if somebody else has the baby, or if there's any problems latching. Pumps still let that baby get all that golden breast milk.
I knew pumping for my baby would help her gain weight faster and help her get out of the NICU sooner. My lactation told me within the first 2 hours after giving birth it was really important for me to pump because my milk receptor sites were open, and that could make the difference between an okay milk supply and a great milk supply.
During those first few pumping sessions, we extracted the colostrum, which is better known as liquid gold. Colostrum contains antibodies that help protect the baby's immune system from diseases.
Those first couple of hours after delivery is your most crucial hours to get colostrum. And it's packed with vitamins, it's packed with all the nutrients your baby needs. So, I started pumping immediately.
I was pumping as much as my baby would have been nursing, which was 8 to 12 or more times a day. Whenever I would pump at the hospital, I would produce a lot more than what I did when I was at home. And I think it's because like Ocean was actually there, and just knowing that like we were together like made me produce more milk.
Dads, there's always something for you to do.
I couldn't do anything while she was, still in the womb, but like I can do plenty now. That's the kind of dad I want to be.
Being there to provide snacks, making sure that all her pump parts were cleaned and ready to go at any given moment, getting up and making sure everything was labeled and organized for us to take to the NICUs was my direct role in this whole process.
I really do think that breastfeeding saved my baby's life, and it also helped me make it through the NICU stay as well. The moment she was getting fed, her breast milk, I can just see her face light up. It's like she knew it was me, it felt like she was a part of me again.
I feel like one of the biggest things why we were able to get out the NICU without any major health issues is because of breast milk.
I still look at her now and I'm like, wow, like I sustained your life when you were in my womb, but I also sustained your life outside of my body too. And when I look at how big she is, I'm like, I still helped grow her even in her first year of life. So I think that was the biggest thing to me, is that like, man, I really helped grow this baby. Or not even help, like I grew her with my breast.
It was definitely like a journey at first, with the whole NICU experience. But I felt like it just made our bond like really strong. I love like caring for her, just looking into her little eyes and teaching her things and watching her grow. It's just like the biggest reward ever.